Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're diving deep into one of the strangest, most chilling, and most mysterious homes ever built in American history, the Winchester Mystery House. A place where staircases lead to nowhere, doors open into solid walls, and hallways twist like a maze with no end. A place that many believe is truly haunted. This is the eerie story behind the Winchester Mansion, a story filled with tragedy, superstition, and the belief that restless spirits shaped the very wood and stone of this bizarre structure. So turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and let's explore one of the most haunted homes in the world, the curse of the Winchester name. Before we explore the mansion itself, we need to go back to where the haunting truly began with Sarah Winchester, the widow of William Wirt Winchester, heir to the massive Winchester repeating arms fortune. The Winchester rifle, famously called the gun that won the West, changed American history. It was used in wars, battles, and conflicts across the frontier. But the same rifle that made the Winchesters rich also ended thousands of lives. When Sarah's husband William died of tuberculosis in 1881, she inherited more than $20 million, a staggering amount at the time, plus a 50% stake in the company. Overnight, she became one of the richest women in America. But wealth didn't bring her peace. Just a few years earlier, Sarah had already lost her infant daughter, Annie, who died at only 6 weeks old. Now, with her husband gone, Sarah was drowning in unbearable grief. According to legend, desperate for answers, Sarah visited a spiritual medium, a popular practice in the late 1800s. The medium allegedly told her, "Your family is cursed. You are haunted by the spirits of those who died because of the Winchester rifle. You must build a house, and never stop building. If you stop, the spirits will claim you." Whether Sarah actually heard these words or simply believed she was cursed, one thing is certain: from that moment on, she never lived a normal day again. A house that never stopped growing. In 1884, Sarah left Connecticut and moved across the country to San Jose, California. There, she purchased an unfinished farmhouse, but what she did next turned that simple home into a 160-room labyrinth of mystery. For the next 38 years, construction never stopped, not for a day, not for a night. Carpenters worked in rotating shifts, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If Sarah woke up with a new idea at 3 a.m., the workers would start building before sunrise. But these weren't ordinary renovations. The more Sarah built, the stranger the house became. Inside the Winchester Mansion, you'll find staircases that lead straight into the ceiling, doors that open into solid brick walls, rooms with windows that look into other rooms, a staircase with 44 steps that rises only 9 feet, a door on the second floor that opens into open air, straight down to the garden, and the question that haunts visitors today: why? Some believe Sarah created this bizarre layout to confuse the spirits of those killed by the Winchester rifle. Others say she received instructions from ghosts during nightly séances in her witching room. It is said that every midnight, Sarah would ring a bell to summon the spirits, and at 2 a.m. she rang another bell to send them away. Was she an eccentric architect, a grieving mother, a paranoid recluse, or someone genuinely tormented by forces we cannot see? Whatever the truth is, the house seems to reflect the mind of someone trying to outrun the supernatural, a giant maze meant to trap or confuse ghosts. Strange paranormal encounters inside the mansion over the last century. Thousands of visitors, staff members, and paranormal investigators have reported chilling experiences inside the Winchester Mystery House. Let's explore some of the eeriest stories. The shadow figures. Many employees have claimed to see shadowy figures standing at the end of long hallways or disappearing around corners. When they chase after the figure, the hallway is empty, with no possible exit. Some say they've seen a tall man in overalls, believed to be a ghost of one of the original construction workers. The organ music. One of the most disturbing encounters involves the room where Sarah kept her massive pump organ. Late at night, security guards have reported hearing faint organ music, even though the instrument is no longer playable. When they enter the room, the music stops instantly. Footsteps in the hallways. Almost every night, guards hear footsteps on the upper floors, slow, heavy steps, like someone pacing back and forth. Yet no living person is there. The cold spots and whispers. Visitors often describe sudden cold spots in random rooms. Others say they heard whispers, like distant voices speaking in an unknown language. Some even claim they felt someone lightly touch their shoulder, only to turn around and see no one. The Red Room mystery. One of the strangest rooms Sarah built is the Red Room. Its purpose, unknown, its layout, uneven and disorienting. Visitors say standing inside the room makes them feel dizzy or watched. One guest reported seeing a woman in a black Victorian dress, silently observing her from the corner, only for the figure to vanish when she blinked. These encounters, along with many others, have made the Winchester Mansion one of the most studied paranormal locations in the world. Ghost hunting teams, psychics, and historians all walk away with more questions than answers. The night of the earthquake in 1906, a massive earthquake struck San Francisco and the surrounding areas, including the Winchester Mansion. The shaking was so violent that entire sections of the house collapsed. Sarah was trapped inside her bedroom until workers freed her hours later. But here's the eerie part. After the earthquake, Sarah believed it was the spirits punishing her. She immediately ordered parts of the mansion to be sealed off, never to be opened again. Even today, visitors can see rooms frozen in time, crushed furniture, broken walls, and collapsed staircases left exactly as they were the morning after the disaster. This only fueled the legend. Was Sarah truly building a house for the living, or for the dead? The death of Sarah Winchester and the unsolved mystery. Sarah Winchester died peacefully in her sleep in 1922 at the age of 83. She left behind a house with 160 rooms, 10,000 windows, 47 fireplaces, 2,000 doors, 52 skylights, 17 chimneys with no fireplace, a maze that makes no logical sense at all. When construction workers learned she had passed away, they immediately stopped working. One man recalled placing a nail halfway into a board and never returning to finish it. Even today, it's still there. But Sarah's death didn't end the mystery. People still ask, was the mansion truly built for spirits? Was Sarah haunted, cursed, or simply eccentric? No one truly knows. Part 6. Modern investigations and terrifying evidence. In recent decades, paranormal investigators have collected surprising and chilling evidence inside the mansion. Several visitors have captured unexplained figures in their photos, a woman standing behind them in a mirror, a man in a Victorian suit on the balcony, or a shadow figure staring across the hallway. Every expert that examined the footage ruled out reflections, dust, or camera errors. Ghost hunters captured eerie electronic voice phenomena, including a whisper that said, "Get out," and another that murmured, "Sarah." What makes this even more unsettling? The voices were recorded in the séance room, the same room where Sarah supposedly communicated with spirits. During an overnight investigation, a flashlight placed on a table began turning on and off, responding intelligently to questions from investigators. When asked, "Did Sarah guide you here?" the light flickered twice. When asked, "Do you want us to leave?" it turned completely off and stayed dark. These haunting experiences have made the Winchester Mystery House not just a bizarre architectural masterpiece, but one of the most active paranormal hotspots in America. So, what do you think? Is the Winchester Mansion truly haunted? Was Sarah Winchester building a spiritual fortress, trying to protect herself from restless souls? Or was she simply a lonely woman coping with unimaginable loss? No matter what you choose to believe, one thing is undeniable. The Winchester Mystery House remains one of the most mysterious, chilling, and unbelievable homes ever created. If you ever get the chance to visit, just remember to keep track of where you're going, because once you step inside, you might just find yourself lost in a maze designed for the dead. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into haunted history, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next terrifying story. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and don't turn off the lights just yet.